Hey everyone, it's Sarah here, your independent Scentsy consultant. I just wanted to share my Scentsy Club that came in today via FedEx, and I have been trying to film my last video with my party closeout and sense of the season I've tried 3 times now and something keeps interrupting me. But I'm skipping that one in order to get this one done because I'm just excited to unbox it and I want to do it with you guys. But I wanted to show what's in my quarterly Scentsy Club. This is my what I call permanent club. I do have a bi-monthly, but I'm able to get that to skip throughout a catalog season and not have it ship until after I know what is coming for the next catalog, so I know what bars will be coming back, and then I don't have to carry retired bars through those months, so that my large permanent club is a little smaller, but it is very large, as you saw from the box. So my club is large enough that you get a half off item, and this is my absolute favorite half off item to pick because Sugar Cookie is a bar that is not available anymore, but you can get it in a whole brick, and I love this for mixing. I technically love it on its own too, but I rarely use it that way. I usually cut each of these cubes into 4 pieces, and then I mix it with things either I'm just not in the mood for it that day that I thought, or it's a scent that I've gotten to try out and I don't care for it. Usually if I add Sugar Cookie, it makes it a lot better. So I love this because almost every single thing I try it with, it just makes it better. And something that I'll like it even more with Sugar Cookie. So I just can't go wrong, and I go through a lot of it. But you get a half off item if your club is over $60, and you still get to use the 10% off that starts with $30 of Scentsy Club. So you get 10% off everything else, and then one item at half off. It's not any item in the catalog, but it's anything that's available for Scentsy Club. So pretty much anything consumable, unless it's like a limited time thing, like for example the Harvest Collection Scent Circle pack. You can't add that in, even though you can add in the Harvest Collection Scentsy bar. So a few things don't qualify, but anything that's on the Scentsy Club menu you can get for half off. And I prefer a brick because that brings this down to $12, and that's a lot of wax for $12. And it lasts me, well, I usually do 1 or 2 a year, but that's just because I use a lot of it. Anyway, so that's my half off item, and then I've got quite a few bars in here. I was not convinced for Scentsy Club for a long time because you don't get the perk of buy 5 get 1 free, a 6-pack, which I love, but you do save $2 on shipping compared to a website order, and as I said, you get 10% off once you've gotten $30 in your cart, which is only 5 bars, right? So that's already saving some money, plus the shipping thing. And then I really fell in love with it because there are some scents, like I said, if they retire from a catalog, you can't get them back, then you can add them in. Or when Bring Back My Bar comes up, you can add those in. So there was a few nostalgic scents that came back, and so I'll show you which ones are my absolute favorites. Like if I had to go down to just a couple bars because we just can't afford this anymore, then I would just have a couple, and I'll show you which ones those are. But also, I make it my goal to be able to pay for this with my Scentsy commission. So I kind of save that up over a few months, and then that makes it easier to afford this. So I'm really thankful for everyone who orders with me and is a nice customer of mine, and I really just thank you that you can give me this blessing in my life so that I can say yes to a few more things that I like. And a lot of them are bakery bars because Scentsy does not always have a great bakery lineup. I would say right now it's pretty good for what it's been recently. A lot of bakery are either like mixed in with a floral or mixed in with something else that I don't necessarily love. So when I find a good bakery, then I lock it in my club and I can continue to get that bar as long as I keep it in my club. So I love that feature. All right, so we're just going to go in whatever order is in my box. The first one is Lemon Lime Fizz, and this one is clearly a lemon scent. I think it smells, it's like a nice soft lemon to me. It's not too overpowering, and most lemons don't lean cleaner to me. This one I actually love to put in my bathrooms and imagine that I just cleaned it, even if I didn't. But it doesn't smell necessarily like a cleaner. It just smells fresh and clean. So I love to use that. This one would be one that could potentially get cut just because I have a few lemon scents. But I do really like it. So I'm still keeping it for now while I'm using lemon scents. And then we'll have to make a decision later if I have a budget cut. Okay, Satin Sheets. This is a scent I have been using. I think this is my first Scentsy love that I've ever had. When I first went to a party, I sniffed everything and I was like, I don't really do scent things. I guess I like this one. Like I picked 3 bars for a mini Warner plus 3 bars bundle. So anyway, I've been using it a long time. And fortunately, I did have a club when they decided to retire it, and I put it in there because I've just used it for so long. Just literally, I only use it in our bedroom, just a kind of a calming, nice smell. And there was a time period when I got some bars that didn't smell like regular satin sheets. I never heard anyone else say it, but I think the lavender or something came out in it. There was something that came out in it that smelled to me like lavender, which also to me smells like patchouli. Like I can't really differentiate a lot of times between the two. And so it didn't smell good. And I almost took it out. So this bar is permanently in my club. Unless I ever get another bar that I don't like, then I'm going to have to just say no. And that will be a sad day if that happens. But this one, it makes the cut. I like it. All right. That was my backstory. All right, birthday wishes. I love this birthday cake scent. I originally got it, I don't remember my very first bar, but then I knew I liked it, and they had a super discounted sale on this collection, and I forget how cheap it was. Super cheap, like $2 a bar or something, like 5 bars for $10. I don't know. So I did all 5 were this scent, and so I was like, okay, that's a lot of bars, and it's in my club. I don't know if I'll be able to stay. I'm down to like one of these, and I have, because we have 6 kids, 2 of them have the same birthday, so that helps, but we have a lot of birthdays in this house, so I use this usually 7 times a year. 5 different kids' birthdays, and mine and my husband's. But anyway, it's really good birthday cake scent. It's a little bit on the light side, but I just love it, and like I said, bakery is hard to come by, so I really like to keep it. Alright, vanilla cream. Can't tell the words. This one, everyone says, is just like Simply Vanilla, and I used to despise Simply Vanilla because I'm like, this doesn't smell like vanilla, this smells like florals. And it is on the floral side, but when they brought vanilla cream back, which is technically older than Simply Vanilla, but it was like so old that a lot of people hadn't had it, it came back for a Bring Back My Bar, and I did fall in love with that one. I warmed it in. It goes, but I do like that one better, even better than Sugar Cookie. If I have like a floral scent or something that I need to tone down, I'll add that, and then that like keeps it from being a bakery as much, but it's really good. Okay, we've got King Cake. This was out just last year, actually the beginning of this year for Mardi Gras, and I really like the buttery cakeness in here. So for now, that is staying, as long as I keep using it. Toffee Butter Crunch. This one is several years old, and this was one that came back in Bring Back My Bar. I have a customer who likes it a lot. It's like one of her favorites, so I put it in my club. I put a second one in there at the time for her too, so she could have some, but I'm down to one. But it is really good. I like it more now than I remember liking it then, but it's really good, and I really enjoy smelling it. Vitamin R, this one I like, but I don't love it as much as most people. But I have a friend who really likes it, so she's usually been taking these from me. But last time I used it, I really enjoyed it. It reminds me of Sunrise Woods from Bath and Body Works, and I just really enjoyed that this summer. So but I don't like it all year long. I really like it like at the end of August into September. Like, I don't know what it is about that time of year, but that's when I start to enjoy it. So I decided to keep this one this time because I used up my last one. Toasted Acorn and Oak. This just has a little bit of a smoky scent to it with this really nice cinnamon to me. I just really enjoy this, and I love to put this on in a separate warmer while I've got other scents on, and just kind of like gives a little smokiness in the room. So I keep that one. That was a fall harvest bar for a while, and then it did come back to the catalog. Here we go. I thought there would be two churros. This scent, when I smelled it in the tester when it was in the catalog, I didn't care for it. I was like, well, that's boring. So I never tried it when it was in the catalog. Through watching videos, people convinced me to actually try it, and I'm clearly so in love with it that I have 2 bars in my club. It's like, I smell a lot of cinnamon. Some people say it's more vanilla heavy, and I do get a lot of cinnamon, but it's like, for me, the perfect cinnamon. A little bit of fried dough, but it doesn't smell like greasy. It's so good. And so, as long as I can get away with it, I'm keeping 2 bars in my club. Maple Vanilla Glaze is one I put in there because I enjoy it, but I have the customer or friend who likes Vitamin R. She really likes this one, so this one's technically for her. I like it, but it often will give me a headache, so I have to be careful using it, and then it probably shouldn't be in my club. So it's only for her right now. Spiced Berries, another older one. This one I even have gone to meet a different consultant at Burger King to get more of these. This was a few years ago before it came back. So I knew it had to go in my club. And it's so Christmassy to me, but it's like incense Christmassy, almost like a church Christmas scent. I can't use a ton of it a year, but I love it when I use it. So I have a stockpile now, and we'll see if I can get away with keeping it in my club or not. Alright, Lemon Verbena. I also love this one when I love it, but not always. So it came back this summer, and I got 1 bar. Somehow I didn't get a second bar, and I wanted at least 2. So this is my second one I got, and I made myself take it out of my club since it's so big. It's really good, but this one is even more like, wow, did you just use cleaners? So I don't use it very often unless I'm just really in the mood for that. So it should last me a while to have 2 bars. I just put like 1 cube in my mini bathroom warmer. Hug in a Mug is a nice hot cocoa scent. A lot of chocolate scents they're just too much for me, and like sort of like them, but then they're too much. But this one, I think the cream in it really helps. So I've been enjoying this one, and I'm glad I have it in my club. Again, it could be one that I grow out of, but for now I'm enjoying it. And my daughter really loves it. She also really loves brownie batter, but that one was too much for me. So she always asks me when I'm going to get it back, and I'm like, well, it's not available. I'm sorry, but I really don't want it to come back because it was too much for me. Alright, Frosted Cinnamon Roll. I also had 2 of this in my club last winter, but I was very sure it was going to come back in this catalog, and I'm so surprised it didn't. So I knocked it down to 1 in the spring, and that's what I have now. It should be fine because I got a stockpile last year, I got the consultant scent of the month box. But anyway, I wish I could have 2 again. Crumb Top. This one I sort of remember from before I was a consultant, and it came back from Bring Back My Bar. So I grabbed a bar. I didn't think I'd really like it. It stayed in my club because I just keep using it. I don't know what note in it that I think I'm not going to like, but then when I'm using it, I really like it. And I really like it mixed with certain scents. Dutch apple bread intrigues me, but it's not my favorite. But then when I add crumb top, I really like it. So stuff like that, it's been really helpful for. So yes, sugar cookie can do something, but then that's a different thing to do with crumb top. Candy Orchard. This one almost got cut before I shipped this, but then I kept it. It's like super sweet, and I love it. In like when it came out, it was perfect for me. Like right in February, March type of area where you're definitely past the holidays now, but it's definitely still winter, at least in Wisconsin. So I really do enjoy it, and I'm gonna let myself see if I still enjoy warming it this winter. But I would say I don't enjoy it as much as some of my ones I've enjoyed from my past. Cashmere Leaves. I almost made the mistake of cutting this one because in the clamshell I'd get more of that like wet leaves type of scent. But then when I'm warming it, I love it. But to me, it reminds me of a fall version of Bath & Body Works 'Tis the Season. And I love 'Tis the Season. So this one is really nice for me. I actually have an association on Friday evenings with it, so I often will put it in my back entrance area, which is this room and our small bathroom. And it just smells really good back there. So I use that usually on Fridays in the fall. So I do use it a lot. Whiteout. This is one, if I had to only pick a couple bars to stay in my club, Whiteout would be it. I have a huge stockpile from when it was back in the summer. But it will stay no matter how huge my stockpile is. I think it's minty, but it has apple and tree, which I don't like detect, oh, there's apple or oh, there's tree, but it like gives it a depth to the mint that I really love. I'm a minty person anyway, so I like it. And then one of my favorite things to do with it is to mix it with iced pine, which is not on the top layer. But I mix it with iced pine, which reminds me of an old scent from like 15 years ago. 15 years ago, called Winter Wonderland that Scentsy had. And when they switched that out and then they did give me Whiteout and they did give me Ice Pine, I mixed those and I was like, ooh, that's really close. So that's like why I like it. But even if they brought back Winter Wonderland, which hasn't been voted back because it's so old no one knows what it is. But even if they gave that back, I would keep Whiteout because it's also good on its own. Toasted caramel sugar, another bring back my bar that made it into my club and I can't kick it out. It's like, it's similar to churro churro with the cinnamon sugar. Actually it's really similar, but it's just so soft and cozy and comforting, especially when you just can't wait you're just stuck in winter forever and you just want to be warm and cozy. Put that on and at least it makes me warm and cozy. Autumn Blaze Maple. If I could only have one bar in my club, this would be it. Now, would I ever go less than 30? Probably not, because then I get 10% off. But I love Autumn Blaze Maple. It was around when we, either the first fall we lived in this house, which this is our 8th fall now, or the year before. It was around, but right around the time we moved here, they stopped bringing it back. And I was shocked. I could not believe that it didn't come back. And I had a stockpile, because back then I did not warm a lot. I could buy 1, maybe 2 6-packs in a season and have plenty. And this one lasts forever. Even now, it can last 2 to 3 days. So it would last me a long time if I had 1 or 2 bars of it. So I've managed to have enough bars that it lasts me a few years. And then when those ran out, I found some on the website, whatever, and got someone's old stash and made those last. And finally, they brought it back and Bring Back My Bar. These still have the Bring Back My Bar sticker on them, and I'm not mad about it. I loved it so much. Anyway, so that would be my number 1, and Whiteout would be my number 2. Everything after that, I want to keep it, but we'll see. Happy Birthday. This one partly went in my club because it's like a cult classic, and then since I can't keep enough birthday wishes around, I love this one. I didn't think I liked it. I didn't think I liked bakery. Like before this house, basically, everyone would say, "Oh, I don't know about bakery because I don't want my house to smell like something, and then I eat too much." So I just listened to everyone else. But then once I actually started warming bakery, I found out I really, really like it. So anyway, this one I thought I didn't like either, but I love it. I think, I don't know if I like it or Birthday Wishes better, because Birthday Wishes I think is lighter, but I think I like it better. I don't know. So if I had to choose, I might just be sad. Okay, Flower Child. I am not a floral person, but this is another one that once I started getting almost gone, I realized how much I loved it. It's very sweet and very light, and a lot of people say it's too light, but that's why I love it. I mean, it smells good, but if it were a strong one, I probably would get headaches, and then I couldn't like it. So I love Flower Child, one of my only floral scents I like. Salted Caramel Cupcake. Again, this is one that pre this house, so like 8, 9, 10 years ago, I would use, and it can be very sweet, but also smells like warm and cozy, welcoming. It's buttery and caramely, and I really like that one. And if you add sugar cookie, it's even more cozy, turns out. Okay, Christmas Cottage Wreath. This one is based off of the scent Christmas Cottage, which has been around really, really long time. Luckily, that one keeps coming back, and it still continues to be a favorite for everyone. So last year they did a collection based off of it, which wasn't super popular, but I think that's because Christmas Cottage is so cinnamony that not everyone loves these. So a lot of their collections that they base off another scent, 1 or 2 of them will go into the catalog, but this one did not have any come into the catalog. Anyway, but I think I might like Christmas Cottage Wreath better than Christmas Cottage. Christmas Cottage was always like my mom's scent, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But I do enjoy that one now, but this one makes me really happy. So it's strong enough that I don't know if I can warm a ton in a year, because my husband sometimes struggles in the winter, particularly with pine or cinnamon scents. So we'll see how it goes, but I really like that one, so for now it's in my club. Oats and Honey. This one is a good mixer again. It's kind of like oatmeal, but like a really nice honey oatmeal. And this was another one, I just popped it in my club during a Bring Back My Bar, and I said, we'll see how long I enjoy it for. Well, I've still been enjoying it and using pretty much every bar I get. I think if I made myself choose between this and Crumb Top, right now Crumb Top would win. But I very much have been enjoying that. So we'll see. If I have to make cuts, that one will probably be it. It might depend on how much comes back for the spring catalog to see how many I need to add from my bi-monthly club. Caramel Buttercream is another Scentspirations. So they took vanilla bean buttercream and made a few scents from it, and this was my favorite. Well, I like candy cane buttercream and this one, but they put candy cane buttercream in the catalog. This one, again, is good on its own, although it's a little light, but it's really good as a mixer. So if I want a scent to just be more caramely, I'll add that, or I'll just put it everywhere and smell cozy and caramely. Maraschino Sugar Cookie. This one I'm still trying to finish up my original brick. I think that it might be sometimes a headache trigger for me, but it's so good. So it's in my club, but also my mom really likes it. So if I get too many bars, I just say, Mom, do you need another one? And then it stays in my club. But the sugar cookie is so good. And then just a nice sweet cherry in there. It's really good. As long as I don't get a headache when I warm it. Okay. Full disclosure, I also have 2 sugar cookie bars in here. This is so that I will always get my bar. If they ever get rid of the sugar cookie brick, I still have sugar cookie bars coming to me. I can't get rid of them because I will need them if they get rid of that brick. So technically I probably don't need 1 or 2 bricks a year, but I keep using them. So we get 2 sugar cookie bars and a brick. Sparkling yellow. This one I really love. But I also got some, it used to be called yellow from a different collection. And I got some of those bars in clearance and they smell not very good. This bar smells amazing. And as long as it continues to smell amazing, I will continue to get it. There's actually pineapple in it, which is one of my, I don't really like pineapple scents. I'm a northerner. I like cold weather scents. It's just how I am. But the pineapple in this one just sweetens it up, and I do like it. Okay, ice pine. I'm getting a bit of a collection of this, but it's my favorite pine scent. I've been using it for years and years and years, and I love mixing it with white out. So as long as I can handle it, I'm keeping this scent. It's probably one of my top 5 for that reason. But I do like other tree scents, so I get into a little fight with myself. Okay, just had to check. Alright. Magic in Every Wish from the movie Wish. I kind of banned myself from using licensed bars in my club because those are $7 instead of $6, but with 10% off. Fortunately, in club you can get 10% off, even though a lot of discounts don't work with licensed. But I really like this one. But as you saw, that's Sparkling Yellow, Lemon Lime Fizz, Magic in Every Wish, and then in my bi-monthly club I have 2 Lemon Sorbet because I love that one. So there's a lot of lemon scents, but I love lemon during the spring, the end of winter and spring. Anyway, but this one I would say I like better than Sparkling Yellow, I think. They're really similar though. I haven't been able to get that one to leave my club yet because I just really like it. So it might depend on if these Sparkling Yellow bars age well. If they go yucky, then maybe I'll keep Magic in Every Wish instead. Alright, we're getting down there. Pink Sunshine. I don't know why I like this one. It smells like apple and rose, and I don't really like rose, but I love this one. I put it almost primarily in my daughter's room, and it just smells girly in there, like in the best possible way. It just smells like there's girls who live in that room, which is perfect, because there are girls who live in that room. So that one has been staying. Strawberry Sweetie. I basically tell myself I can have 1 strawberry scent in my club. I don't know why that's my rule, but it is. It should probably be my rule for lemon scents, but that's not going to happen. Some strawberry scents, I don't know, I have a hard time with. Like sugared strawberry has been the most popular. It keeps coming back to the catalog and people really like it. I can't do it. I think it's the red currant in there or something that I don't love. But then Strawberry Sweetie came out. Break back my bar once again. And this is the strawberry that I like. So this is perfect. It mixes great with birthday cake scents and it's good on its own. So I love that one. And that one's going to stay. My bi-monthly club also has strawberry lemon cake, but I'm putting that in a different category because it's strawberry and lemon and cake. And it's amazing. Apple cherry strudel. This one I also almost cut. I would put this in my club at the end of every fall winter, and then I would enjoy it off, not like in the spring too and whatever. And then I was surprised it didn't come back this year. So like I'll crave it occasionally, but not all the time. And sometimes there's like a note in there that's, I don't know, almost not perfumey, but something comes out that I don't love. But it's not every bar, it's just every once in a while. So I almost took this out because I'm out of it, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just forget about it. But then I give it to myself to at least get one more bar. This one is smelling good, at least today. So for now, that one seems to be good to stay. Last bar, finally, after all that, cranberry orange cider. It's not even for me. That's for my other friend who takes bars from my club. I like this one in theory, but I warmed it and then I walked into the room and it smelled like bubble gum. And there's nothing wrong with it smelling like bubble gum, but it's just not for me. Like I want it to smell like cranberry orange cider and it doesn't. But she didn't get it in her club, so she takes my bars. And that's fine. But anyway, that's my giant club. And I know I need to get some stuff down. And clearly you saw what are the top contenders to get it down. But if I had to only pick 5, I don't know what I would do. But I would definitely be Autumn Blaze Maple, Whiteout, probably Iced Pine, and 2 bars of Sugar Cookie. I'm not going to look at the rest to decide what else I couldn't cut. But for now, that's what I'm going to say. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you later. Bye!